Welcome back to the game room. Today we're grinding for the Sword of Kings.
Connecting one.
So if you've been following me on Twitter recently, and honestly, if you haven't been, why not? I'll wait. Then you've probably heard me talk about this. This is a Super Nintendo development board holding a ROM for Earthbound, the acquisition of which has taken me about a year to complete, so bringing it to you today is really exciting for me. Originally, I bought this piece under the auspice of it being a Gold Master or a finished ROM. A version like this would have been used for magazine reviews or gameplay counselors, something like that. Which would have made a lot of sense. The chips on this board are labeled 327.95, that would have just been a couple months before street date. However, the more I dug into this ROM, the more apparent it became that this is not the final release of Earthbound. While there are very few changes in this game that are earth-shattering, there are many, many differences. So let's get into a few of those now. One of the biggest differences in this ROM is that the debug menu is enabled. You can turn it on by holding L and R on the controller while booting the system. This menu gives you access to a ton of different things, but half of them go way over my head and the other half instantly break the game. I haven't had any instance of the debug menu corrupting save data, but use it at your own risk. So it seems most likely that this game was used in localization, as there are tons of changes to the script. That's where the majority of changes to the game are. Some of these changes are really minor, like line break issues and spelling errors, but there's also some really interesting things like item name changes or different dialogue. Some of these changes confirm that the game was used in some early promotional screenshots, like Brain Food Lunch is called Smart Food Lunch. Some things are totally different, like the clue from the museum tablet is completely different. There are some graphical changes too, but most of those are holdovers from the Japanese version of the game, which this is clearly using as a codebase. Things like the Red Cross still being on the hospital in Summers, or this Santa Claus looking guy who appears only in the Japanese version of the game. There's also no censorship on nakedness in Magicant. Some graphical changes are also just derivative of the game not being finished at the time, like this elevator in Foreside that's super broken, or the fact that you can physically see all the triggers for the camera guy. While there's like hundreds of other small changes that I could walk you through, that's really all I'm going to tell you about today, and that may be discouraging for you. Well, instead of walking you through more differences, why don't I just go let you find them yourself? One thing to know about me is that when I find things of historical value, I like to share them. And this prototype is no different. That's why I'm so excited to tell you that this previously unknown, unreleased Earthbound prototype is available for you to play today. I will leave a link in the description, and I'll let my friends over at Hidden Palace tell you more. As always, I'm so pleased that I'm in the position to be able to do things like this for the community, and I can't wait to see what I find tomorrow. So go play some Earthbound, and I'll see you next time.
Goodbye.